Stamp show here today. Stamp show here today. Hey!
Today I decided that we're just gonna talk about the 3-cent Prexie coils, the vertical and horizontal. There's a listed variety of translucent paper that in the standard catalog it's not there, but in the specialized catalog it is. And unless you're digging through the catalog, you don't realize there's a variety, so nobody ever looks for it. And so I thought maybe I'd bring a couple examples in and show a little bit clearer so that we can spot those when they come through. The examples I have, the vertical coil is more obvious than the horizontal coil, but that's not necessarily a rule. Sometimes the horizontal coil can look more translucent. But anyway, the mint examples are pretty much the way you want to collect these. And to spot the variety, you have to flip them over and look at it from the gum side. So when we do that, we see the gum side is nice and white, looks like thick paper. Translucent paper variety is going to look more gray, and you're going to be able to see a little bit of the design showing through. So I'll pass these around so everybody can see them. And then the horizontal coil is similar. So if you put them...
Oh yeah, the vertical coil is much more dramatic.
Yes, the vertical coil is more dramatic, but it also occurs on the horizontal coil. And so anyway, they show up better on the black background. And we'll do it this way.
What do you think in the general population? How much do you think are these translucent papers? Are they rare? Are they scarce? How would you?
I would say at a minimum they're scarce.
Okay.
I actively started looking for them maybe 5 years ago, and I've only found a couple copies, a couple examples of it. They are fairly scarce, but then again, the 3-cent Prexie coil is pretty common, and not every dealer is going to have them in their stock because they're basically a low value item. You're either you're hunting for them in collections or a dealer who carries more modern stamps. Sometimes they have them identified, most times they don't. And the translucent paper also occurs on the 25-cent Liberty series.
Are these in the catalog already?
Yeah, I've got a 2022 catalog and they're listed.
So how many of these do you think you've gone through to find these couple examples?
Maybe 400 or 500.
Oh yeah, so it's I would say that's a bit more than scarce.
Yeah, like I said, it's a minimum of scarce.
Yeah. And this is pretty interesting. And so can you tell me a little bit more about the history? How all these come around?
I don't know how they came around.
I mean, how did they get in the catalog?
The horizontal one was in the catalog. I got the vertical one listed because I found the vertical one and had them put it in the catalog. And that was only a few years ago. I don't remember exactly how many years ago, but I did. And like I said, the vertical one, to me, at least the examples I have, was clearer than the horizontal.
Very striking.
But, and I don't know how well they'll show up as video.
Under light,
Yeah,
it's pretty
when you
dramatic.
candle it,
When you
it's a lot
backlight.
more dramatic.
Yeah, I think you need to candle it. Yeah.
But like I
wow,
said,
look at the difference there, yeah.
like I said, it also appears on
Can you do
the
the other one
25-cent Liberty.
Okay.
Not the dry gum variety, the regular shiny gum variety.
And is there any interest in this?
It's almost like white gum.
Do they get a premium? Have they
They
been
are a
sold for
premium
premium?
item in the catalog. I don't know if they're
Yeah, it's
valued.
dashed. It's dashed.
Yeah,
here.
I only see dashes here.
Yeah, I think when it was valued, it was maybe 10 or 20 times the price of a regular coil
Okay.
pair.
Yeah.
Which
That's
isn't
not
a significant
Yeah,
amount,
that might be
but it does
$50,
show that the rarity is there.
But they sell for that price.
I have no idea. I've
Oh,
never
you-
seen one
never
actually
seen one sold.
identified by a dealer
Yeah.
for sale.
Who's
Okay.
actually looking for it? Besides Scott.
Yeah, because you would need to have a certificate on it.
Right.
Otherwise, you're just some Yahoo who says,
Yeah.
yeah, it's very thin paper. The people who want it want
Right,
some.
and I do know a couple of people who are looking for the 25-cent Liberty on translucent paper. And I know one dealer who is picky enough about his coils. He's a coil dealer mostly, but he deals in the more modern stuff, and he likes those kind of varieties. So I think, I'm not sure if we've certified any Prexies, but I know I've tried
That handle that.
the Liberty. But yeah, it is a rare item that if you're into that specialist series, you're going to want to look for that.
Yeah, I think that's nice.
That is really interesting.
Yeah,
It kinda makes me
it's
wonder-
not like readily, it doesn't readily show up just by looking at the back though.
When you're at a show, that's what you have to go by.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, the lighting's gonna be
but
horrible.
just sitting there and looking with the light in the background, you can catch it. And like I said, the normal paper looks a lot whiter, and the translucent paper looks a little bit grayer, especially when you put them on a black
On a black
background.
background, yeah.
And the fact that you can see the design through it is also a sign of the translucent paper.
But the lighting at shows sucks, so there's probably
Usually it
no chance
does.
you're gonna. Everything looks grayish.
Well,
when you're at
I-
a show.
I found a couple of nice, inexpensive battery-powered hot lights that fold up, and they're basically smaller than this card, and they're about 1.5 inches thick, that you can carry around in your bag at a show. And if a dealer doesn't have task lighting on his table, you can pull it out and,
Yeah.
and use it. And you know, as long as
Task lighting?
yeah, as long as you don't leave it on for long periods of time, the battery should last you for a whole show, at least.
Yeah.
And the one I'm thinking of has 4 AA batteries. It was like $12 on Amazon, $15, something like that. It was very
Actually,
inexpensive.
Yeah, the one that I carry around is rechargeable. So
Yes, and the one I'm thinking about, it does have a port for a plug, and it's a USB
yep.
plug. You don't have to run it on battery at home, but when you're at the show, it's convenient to have it battery powered, as long as you
Yeah.
don't sit there for 3 or 4 hours with it on, because then you'll want to carry batteries with you too.
Yeah.